Okay, since maybe the year of 2022 or 2023, the first largest scale free artificial intelligence, I mean AI, ChatGPT. Actually, the AI has been developed for more than 40 or 50 years, but I think the ChatGPT is a very important milestone to show that we can use the kind of free, I mean free, you don't need to pay any money, free services to run something different. And now my colleague suggests me to use the AI. So now I may use a couple of minutes to show you how to use this to, please, to our study, okay? Let me remove this first. Okay, again, the same policy. I hope you can. Okay, you can use the Google Blogger or some different website as your digital notes, Okay. Okay, now and here is our textbook. It's free and legal to download and use, as I mentioned last time. And I have this one. And now I turn on my Google service. And I set user interface as English, And I just have a new notebook, here. And I tested, I found something interesting. And let me tell you that you can copy the website here and paste it on the notebook LM. Okay. Does anyone ever use the notebook LM? How about turn on your computer and log in, maybe Chrome, maybe Firefox, either one is okay. And here I use Chrome. How about use 1 minute? Excuse me, if you want to eat something, walk out. You can walk out to drink or to eat something. Okay, but not in the classroom, computer classroom now. Okay, how about turn on computer and log in your Gmail account. Then select here. There are 9 dots here, and select the bottom one, Notebook LM. Here. What's wrong with it? Remember, when you log in the window, you can use the privacy browser, or remember, turn off the computer after you leave this classroom. Okay, and select here, Notebook LM. Is it okay for you? Right, gentlemen, if you want to do something, walk out. Walk out. Drink something. Walk out. Is okay? No food, no drink in the computer classroom. Okay. Scroll down. Oh yeah, not for LM. Or you can type. After you log in your Google account, you can select. Or you can search for notebook LM and select the first one. Either one is okay. And remember, they are just tools. They are not. They cannot replace your position. You need. Yep, gentlemen, walk out. When chewing something, walk out. I'm not angry, but the policy of the computer classroom: no food, no drink. If you want to eat or drink, just go to outside. Pardon me? Go on. Go on. Yeah, please. I'm not angry, but we need to follow the policy. You will never see me drink the water inside the classroom. You never see me do that. Okay? Okay. Is that okay? Select here. Okay, and select here. Why? Maybe you log in, they will collect your information. But I think the positive side is more than negative side. And you can start have a new notebook, create a new one, create a new one. Click to create a new one. For example, I just created it and I named the notebook today is 2023 March 2nd, Monday, IHP 36. That's my name. That's the notebook name. Okay. Is that okay? Is that? I think this tool is very powerful. It's worth for you to spend a couple hours to learn it. Okay. Okay, then you can create an add source. Click here, add source. Here you can select different source. For example, here website of YouTube, Google Drive. Clip, copy the text, or upload files, and I use the website here. You can copy and paste here. For example, you can copy the whole one, but today we will focusing on the chapter number 2. Thus, for example, I copy and paste here, and paste. Then it will move to the first one here. The item here, I checked here, that is the whole book. And the second item here, 2, it means chapter number 2, I checked here. And 1, it means chapter number 1. Let me have an example. If I go to the website, chapter number 3, and I select the website, copy, and move, add a source, copy, paste, and click yes. And I got chapter number 3. The title is Examine the Evidence Using this one. Okay, and now I want to share my experiences. For example, here, I want to know the summary of the first chapter, and you can act in. Now, I just select chapter 1, please. help me summarize it. And click enter. Then the computer, the AI, will go to the website and read this one. Yeah, sure. I think you may say, Wandao is very easy. For example, there are few sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is statistics and experiment design? Like this one, like this one, like this one. It's easy for me to understand it. But sure, if you have no time, you want to concentrate yourself, you can use this way. You can use it. I just select the chapter number 1. Please help me summarize it. And here is the summarize. And sure, you can click here, slide deck, or the mind map. Click mind map. It took a couple of seconds, okay, maybe 2 seconds. Oh, no response. Okay, chapter number 1 and section 1.1. What is statistics? And sampling method, sample, and sensors. I think maybe it's easier for you to study this chapter, do this chapter. And section 1.3, experiment design. 1.4, how not to do statistics and data collection, data values, and graphic descriptions. You can use this one. Sure. Meanwhile, we can use the quiz, and the computer will create questions based on the information here. And I just tested something very weird. When during the classroom, I may have some topic about my daily life, about my my experiences when I was a student, and those are not highly related to the statistics or chemistry, but the computer analyzed my voice on the YouTube channel. They also edited everything over there. For example, here, statistic quiz. According to the introductory text for chapter 2, okay, chapter 2, what are the 2 methods mentioned for collecting data, quantitative or quantitative, a sample or a census, a survey or a situation, an experimental or observation? Okay, here is the right answer, a sample or a census. Okay, and next, which section of chapter 1 is dedicated to exploring improper statistic practice, how not to do? And chapter 1.1, what is statistics, experiment design, and sampling methods? Actually, this question is not a smart question, but they are computer, they are AI, they cannot judge the details. But I think at least it's a very good way to students, also to teachers, to create some questions. Is it okay for you? Okay, and now let's move to the chapter number 2. Before I start, I want to share this. Okay, I will tell the why no response. Oh, okay. I need to select one. Okay. Could you make a mind map for? Sorry. Could you give me some points from chapter 2? Summarizing Chapter 2. Chapter 2 of the sources titled Graphical Description of Data shifts the focus from how data is collected, the basic in Chapter 1, and the purpose of graphic descriptions. First one, moving beyond raw numbers. Second, interpreting distribution and conceptual focusing. Key data characteristics to explore: center, variation, distribution, qualitative data, outliers, time, and category by data types. 2.1, qualitative. 2.2, quantitative. 2.3, other graphic representations, like this one. Okay, if I just selected one and I create my map, sure, you can select to create a slide deck, but it may take a little. Okay, so the AI summarized chapter number 2. That's the look of that. Oh, okay. Chapter number 2, data collection, including population sample census and data characteristics, center, variation, distribution, qualitative data analysis, outliers, and time trends. The third one, qualitative. Qualitative is very close to quality. And something I don't that smell very good, but that kind of very good is not a number. It's uncountable. Thus, they can use bar graph or Pareto charts or pie charts. And quantitative is countable. Countable information can use numerical measurements, distribution shapes, fair shapes, symmetric, uniform, and skewed. There are some tools. Technology, table, and graphics. Personally, I'm not sure whether this kind of tool is helpful for you to learn, but for me, the result is very similar. Why? Let me tell you. Let's check the chapter number 2. Chapter number 2. Chapter number 2, qualitative data, quantitative data, other graphical representations of data. Okay, the first chapter, in chapter 1, you were introduced the concept of population, which again is collection of all measurements from individual of interest. Remember, in most cases, you cannot collect the entire population. For example, if I want to know next president campaign, president election in Taiwan, okay, the legal voters can be more than 18 millions in Taiwan. They are legal voters, and it's impossible to ask one by one. Thus, we need to take samples. Okay, so you have to take sample. Thus, you collect data or information either through a sample or census. Now you have a large number of data values. What can you do with them? No one likes to look just a set of numbers. You need to sort. You need to arrange those numbers. One thing is to organize the data into a table or graphic or your graph. Ultimately, though, you want to be able to use the graph to interpret the data here, to predict, to analyze, then you get the result as you want. You want to invest more money or you want to withdraw your money, you need to get enough information, then you make the decision. To describe the description of the data set, and to explore different characteristics of the data. The characteristics will be discussed in the chapter and next chapter. Okay. So there are several points. Center, the middle of the data set, also known as the average. Variation, how much the data varies. Distribution, shapes of the data, maybe symmetric, maybe uniform, maybe skewed. Okay. And qualitative data, analysis of the data. Outliers, data values that are far from the majority. Far from the majority, thus we call it outliers. Time, changing characteristics of the data over time. Oh, for example, when we grow plants or grow sprouts, mulberry sprouts, as time goes by, the sprouts, the plants is going up. So the number will change. Okay. This chapter will focus mostly using graph to understand aspects of the data. Okay. Let's check the first section. First section here, qualitative data. Okay, remember, qualitative data are words describing a characteristic of individual. There are several different graphs that are used for qualitative data. Those graphs including bar graph, Pareto charts, and pie charts. Okay, we will learn how to graphing those three types of graphs. Pie charts and bar charts are the most common way to displaying qualitative data. A spreadsheet program like Excel or can make both of them. But here in our classroom, we may use the Google Drive, Google Office instead of the Microsoft Excel. Why? Because it's impossible to use free Excel, Microsoft Office legally, but you can use alternative. For example, the LibreOffice or the Google Office. They are free to use, free and legal. All right, those software can make both of them. The first step for either graph or to make a frequency or relative frequency table. A frequency table is a summary of the data with counts of how often a data value occurs. Here is the example. Suppose you have the following data: which type of car students at a college drive? Ford, Chevy? Yeah. When I was a student in the US, I drove Chevy. I had a car, Chevy Lumina. Okay. And Honda, Toyota, Nissan, like this one. And how, please, sorting those information. The first one, Ford, there are 5. The frequency is 5. Chevy, frequency is 12. Honda, frequency is 6. Toyota, 12. Nissan, 10. Others, 5. Total, that's 50. And that's the year. I still remember I used 2 kinds of AI. The first one, I copy this information and paste it to the Google Gemini, but the information, the results is different from the textbook. And I copied and pasted the information on the ChatGPT. The information was correct. Maybe now you can try to do this one. For example, you can copy and have Google Gemini. And this one. And click copy the question and those brands or cars and click. But actually, frequency table, Chevy 12. Chevy 12, yeah, that's correct. Toyota 12, that's correct. And Nissan 10, that's correct. Honda 6, that's correct. And Ford 5, that's correct. Kia, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche, Hyundai, Saturn, okay. But the textbook categorized those 5 as others. So this time the answer is correct. The answer is correct. Okay, now I have a question. Could you please practice part? Could you please practice? And next year, I share a very stupid but very useful way how to select them. Two minutes. Can you tell me how to count it by your hand without the assistance from AI? But you can use computer or cell phone. Why I ask you to do this? Because we just input our question to the AI, a question, then we get a result. We cannot judge whether the result is correct or not. But now I try to share my experience how to do this. I assume the textbook is correct. And now, how can you count this one? That's the year I told them, for example, Ford, you can delete it. Toyota, delete. Then you have the markers, you know, okay, Toyota, there were 12. And now this moment, how to do this? You can use computer, but you cannot use AI. How about that? Yeah, you can write down on your digital notes. Yeah, this semester we still count the digital notes. Okay. Yeah, sure. My solution is maybe not the best, but you have your own thoughts. How do you think this one? Yeah. Okay. 1 minute later, I will share what I did last year. Maybe AI is very quick, but you cannot judge whether it's correct or not. But you use my methods, you will become more confident that I'm correct. Again, just a hint. You can use computer or cell phone, but you do not use the AI directly. Get it? Yeah, that's a year. You can check my video last year. But today I want to share a smarter way. Yeah, go ahead. What's your solution? Google Excel? Sure. Yeah, you can do that. Formula. Yeah, you can do that. But personally, I'm not familiar with how to write the formula. I have an easier way. Maybe in 1 minute, I can count everything. But there are many artificial work, the human work. Okay, check here. For example here, I can create here example 2.1.2. Select copy and create a new Google document, or spreadsheet is also okay. Either one is okay. Either one is okay. Oh, sorry. Control V paste. Oh, horrible. Okay. Okay, and here is the way, and I copy the information here. Okay, and now very simple and stupid but very useful. I select Control F to call the function to find for. There are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure, we don't need to count this one. So there will be 5, right? Okay, the second one should be there are 13, including the category 1. Actually, we don't need it. We don't need it. There will be 12. There will be 12. Very not smart, but very useful, right? Again, I just remind you, we can use computer, but not AI. After this one, but sure, there is a very important issue. Those brand names will not appear on from the other questions. Otherwise, you cannot use this way. Is it okay? Okay. How about you can use 2 minutes to write down the notes like this one. Then we can switch to next section. Yeah. You know, let's see what do I do this part? I use this one. I take picture. Like this one. Take picture. Then I have software. Okay. For example, I have this one. For example, Ford. Okay. Sorry, something wrong with this computer. Okay. Yeah, you can cancel it, share it, cancel it. You can count the number, but I don't think it's a smart way now. But you can. I encourage you to use the counting method. Control F to call the search function. That's one. Sure. Maybe you have a better way. Then you can try it. You can try it. And sure, later I will tell you how to sorting that and place it on the Google Excel. And the second question, how to prepare the relative frequency table. Relative frequency table here. Select it, copy, and go to the paste. Okay, please follow my steps here. go to the select the table 2.1.1, select the whole range, and copy to a Google spreadsheet, Google Office, Google spreadsheet. And now we know the answer. We know the answer is we will transfer the information into the relative frequency. And now let's read the definition of that. Relative frequency is in the numerator, that is the individual frequency, and in the denominator, that is the total frequency, that is 50, Thus, 5 divided by 50, that is 0.1. So how to do this? Click here, and here type equal, select frequency, slash divided by 50, and click. Let me enlarge it. Click enter, and suggest to autofill. That is okay. Autofill, that's okay. They will follow your pattern. That's one way. And the second way, click here and see there is a wrong symbol. Click it. Hold the mouse button. Drag it. 50, maybe you don't need that, but you can select it. Either one is okay. That will be 100%. And release your mouse button. Is it okay? Okay, how about have a 10-minute break? Then you can write down this on your digital notes. Oh, come on, you don't need to waste your memory to take picture. Because I'm live streaming now, you can check my video. Okay, unless I forgot to record. Okay, 10-minute break, see you later.